Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be taking you through Horseshoe Indianapolis in Shelbyville, Indiana. I just recently attended my third Indiana Derby and wanted to show you all the track in case you're ever in the area and are interested in checking it out. When you first arrive, you'll park in the big parking garage next to the facility. The track is a racino, meaning it has a casino and a racetrack, and if you follow the garage's stairs down to the first floor where the casino entrance is, you just go out the side doors to get to the track. Follow that path around the perimeter of the grandstand and you'll run into an opening in the fence where you can enter. And like most racinos, there is no entry fee or ticket needed. You just walk right into the apron. We'll look at inside the building first. When you first walk in, you'll find the main simulcast section. The TVs go around the room with seating options available at both normal tables or single-person booths so you can do your handicapping. The wagering windows fill most of the wall space on both sides of the room, and the center is where you can find the bar and concessions. It is a small track, so the room is definitely designed as such, but even on their biggest day, it was not that hard to move around, which was great. They also do a much better job than some other smaller tracks at displaying some of their horse history and celebrating their feature race, the Indiana Derby, rather than it being all about the casino. Some of the smaller tracks, they don't really put that much effort into the horse decorations, but if you are a fan of racing history, you'll enjoy looking at the flags honoring all the Indiana Derby winners, or their displays honoring former champions for both the thoroughbreds and the quarter horses. They run both thoroughbred racing and quarter horse racing throughout the year, so make sure you check out when those dates are if you wanted to see the quarter horses. Taking the elevator up to the second floor, you'll find some indoor seating options. About 3/4 of this floor is reserved dining space, and the other quarter of the room on the right is set up for just general unticketed seating. This is probably where my biggest complaint of the racetrack comes in. I am usually one that always prefers outdoor seating and not being behind the glass, and for a track that is usually open from April to November, it doesn't really make sense to me at least to have no elevated areas for outdoor viewing. They have a big section in the middle of the front of the grandstand that could be renovated to add at least tiered standing room like you would find at Oaklawn Park or at fairgrounds, but having to sit indoors to be elevated is probably the track's biggest drawback, at least for me. But at least the view from up here is still good, you can still see the races pretty well, it's just indoors is never my preference. As far as ground level viewing goes, the Apron is very big. They have seats set up and tables and umbrellas for people to use between races. There is plenty of space to spread out. For a big day like Indiana Derby Day, they had several food trucks out there. But even when I was here in 2021 on just a normal race day, they had a food truck outside, so you can still have access to food without going inside the building. There is a big tent in the middle to provide some shade and seating with a bar. You can get right up on the rail for some great viewing of both the post-parade and the races. do a nice slow walk for the post parade in front of the entire apron, so you will have no problems being able to see the horses before the race. Some other racetracks, they maybe only go in front of a short portion of the grandstand before they end up running off, but here at Horseshoe, they go in front of the entirety of the apron, which is one of the benefits of having the paddock on the end of the apron, but they make sure that everybody has a good chance to see the horses, which I definitely appreciate. The winner's circle is right front and center too. This makes for great opportunities to see the winner up close. Make sure you get that photo of the horse that just won you a lot of money. So it's a pretty great spot to be right up on the rail as they go thundering by. Even if you're standing back in the apron, you'll still be able to see easily. And you get to enjoy watching everyone else's reactions to the race. Now walking up the grandstand till about in between the 16th and the 8th poles, you will find the paddock. So it is on the far end of the apron, but it is still nice and easy to get to. It's just a little bit of a walk. You can see the barns off on the far turn, and you have a great opportunity to see the horses as they're making their way across the track and entering into the paddock itself. You can get right up next to them as they come on in. And I do really like this paddock. It's a nice simple design, but it's great for viewing the horses, which is exactly what you need a paddock to be able to do. There is enough space to find a spot on the fence. Even on their busiest day, you could still always find room somewhere to get up on the fence. And when you're on the fence, you are right next to them. Literally. This is the only paddock that I've been to where I legitimately feel every race like I might get kicked if I'm not careful, because their butt is right in front of you as they turn. But so just make sure that you are paying attention while you're standing there, because they will be able to reach you if they kick high enough. But it still makes for a pretty cool experience to be right up next to them. You feel like you are right up close to them, and you're going to get a great view. And you can also see the stalls very easily as well. If you have a horse in particular, you just stand in front of that horse's stall to make sure you have a good view. But the stalls are nice and close in addition to the walking ring being right next to you, and so you can see everything that's going on through the saddling of the horses. And you also can see the jocks room in the center, and you can kind of see them waiting to head out to their mounts, so that's also a pretty cool experience as well. Something you don't usually see at other racetracks is them just kind of sitting off to the side waiting. And then they also will walk back through the public walking space after they get off the horses at the end of the race. So if you're someone who likes getting pictures with the jockeys, this track will be easy to do that. You just hang out by the paddock after the race, and you'll be able to see a bunch of jockeys as they're coming back. So this paddock is pretty great, and it's exactly what a small track needs to be able to attract fans to come out day after day, and that's easy up close viewing of the horses. That's exactly what you want to try to bring out families, try to bring out kids, have a nice fun day. You want people to be able to see the horses, and that is very easy to do at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Overall, Horseshoe Indianapolis is a fun track to go to. You have easy access to viewing the races and the paddock. The track looks nice with all the fountains in the middle. The elevated seating options could be improved, but it doesn't detract from your experience while you're here. And if you're in the area and you're looking for a fun and enjoyable day, Horseshoe Indianapolis will definitely deliver. And the Indiana Derby Day is one you cannot miss if you have the chance to go. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to see more track profiles like this. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the races.